Perchten ceremonies still take place in alpine regions and are often big tourist draws. Making masks and dressing up as a member of Frau Perchten's band of evil spirits has become tradition during the 12 days of Christmas. Wooden masks are painted and decorated with horns and hair to represent these demons and often end up looking a lot like Krampus. Some masks don't include ears, so they are unable to hear their victims crying for help. The masks can weigh over 60 pounds and are worn with costumes made of animal fur with bells attached. Residents of alpine regions hold dances, parades, and other performances in these costumes in order to drive Perchtes, evil spirits away and clear a path for good fortune to find them in the new year. Many tourists are often drawn to these displays, ensuring the tale of Frau Perchten will live on. It's possible Frau Perchte is related to the much kinder Italian Christmas witch La Befana. La Befana appears in Italian folklore dating back to at least 1549 and is thought by many to actually be the goddess Hecate. She is considered to be Italy's Christmas witch, appearing on the eve of the Epiphany on her broomstick and sliding down the chimney like Santa Claus to leave either gifts or coal for children. There are several versions of her origin story, but the Christianized tale brings the three wise men and angels into her background. Both Perchten and Befana share the same time period of celebration and are fans of spinning, leading some to believe they may be related. Unfortunately, while Befana became a beloved figure in Italy, Perchte evolved into a terrible monster. Frau Perchte takes on new dimensions in different countries throughout Eastern Europe. Although Frau Perchte is believed to have originated in the folklore of Austria and Germany, people's beliefs and actions towards her vary in different countries. The people of Slovenia view Perchte as a goddess and celebrate her by making masks which they wear in parades. To them, Perchte lives in the lakes and mountains and makes snow in the winter. In Germany, she goes by several different names such as Quaternick. People living in Austria perform ceremonies that include burning herbs or dressing in costume in order to welcome good spirits for the new year and keep away the evil ones traveling with Perchte. If she doesn't disembowel you first, Frau Perchte may reward you with silver and good fortune instead. Unlike the terrifying Christmas figure Krampus, Frau Perchte isn't around just to take care of people who've been naughty. It's said the people who were kind and generous during the year would find a silver coin in their shoe on the morning of the Epiphany, courtesy of Frau Perchte. Back in her goddess days, she was often spotted walking with a spindle, so those who finished their spinning work before year's end were blessed with good luck. Shepherds who minded the sheep used to make the wool yarn were also indirectly involved with Perchte and would leave her flax as an offering. This was believed to please her, and the shepherd would be granted good fortune for the next year. So basically she's a really extreme version of Santa Claus, who has no problem leaving coal for the bad kids but happily bestows gifts if you're good. Frau Perchte is believed to be a leader of the Wild Hunt, a time when spirits ride through the sky. In addition to better introducing the world to Frau Perchte, Jacob Grimm circulated the idea of the Wild Hunt, in which a group of supernatural beings such as ghosts, elves, or fairies participated in a hunt which took place across the skies. This concept appears to have been created by Grimm, since it doesn't have any mention throughout history until he wrote about it. He believed Frau Perchte was the leader Berchtold's counterpart and helped guide the group in their quest. According to Grimm, The hunt always took place in the winter months, which were already gloomy and dark, but should under no circumstances be witnessed by humans. It was said if one had the unfortunate chance to see a wild hunt take place, misfortune would follow, such as a natural disaster, famine, or death.
Stories of Frau Perchta go way back, but she was popularized by one of the brothers Grimm.
Jacob of the brothers Grimm was very fond of folk tales, and it was thanks to him that stories of Frau Perchta became popular. In 1835, he published a book called Deutsche Mythology, which examined German mythology and folklore in detail. Through his research, he discovered tales of Perchta had been around since at least the 10th century, and he believed she was just as powerful as Berchtold, who led scores of ghostly huntsmen in what's called the Wild Hunt. Grimm saw Perchta as both a deity and goddess related to other females that appear in German myths. Other scholars expanded on Grimm's ideas, adding more elements of horror, and eventually the legend of Frau Perchta grew more fearsome.
People that work on the Epiphany make her furious, but Frau Perchta also despises lazy people.
Frau Perchta is said to appear during the 12 days between Christmas and the January 6th holiday Epiphany, a Christian celebration remembering the revelation of God in the newborn Jesus Christ. According to legend, if people work on her Epiphany feast day, Perchta would prefer humanity join together for a meal and enjoy each other's company. Before she visits their homes, people will leave food out, such as porridge, as an offering to her. If Perchta doesn't get any offerings, or if a person was lazy any other day of the year, she may bestow her wrath upon them. She has a special love of spinners who work hard to make thread, but expects them to produce a certain amount by the end of the year. Those who come up short are said to anger Perchta as well.
Although her name means Shining One, Frau Perchta is often depicted as a nasty hag.
It is believed the name Perchta was adapted from a German word that means bright or shining, and in some folk tales she is seen as a beautiful woman wearing all white. In the less romantic stories, however, Frau Perchta appears as an old crone. Sometimes her nose is long and curved like some sort of bird beak. It's suggested she may be a shapeshifter, and she's occasionally dressed in rags. It's also possible that she is actually half man and half woman, representing all humans at once. Researchers believe Perchta's transformation from goddess to terrifying hag came about as pagan practices were overtaken by Christianity and their desire to squash pagan beliefs. Considering the duality of tales told about Perchta, in which she is either kind or murderous, and appears during the holiday season as a new year is dawning, having an appearance that is two-sided makes sense.
A group of unbaptized children were said to follow Frau Perchta and do her bidding.
A horrible group of evil spirits called Perchta are under the control of Frau Perchta, and she leads them around as she flies across the mountains and plains of Eastern Europe. While she lets this pack of demons do whatever they want to the humans that have behaved badly, it is said she protects the people who are good by keeping her horde away from them. Masks and costumed dancers were utilized by villagers in an effort to keep these evil creatures away. Many members of her group are believed to be the spirits of children who were not baptized before they died and thus unable to enter either heaven or hell. It's possible the claim that the children were unbaptized was suggested by Christians in order to explain Perchta's appearance with kids who weren't hers.
Instead of coal, naughty people get their butts slit open and garbage shoved inside.
Frau Perchta is often referred to as the belly slitter, and for good reason. According to legend, a person doesn't complete their work due to laziness, or has done too many bad deeds throughout the year. She'll use the long knife she hides in her clothing to slit their belly open and steal the person's guts. What she does with all those guts isn't clear, but at least she's nice enough to replace them with straw and rocks or garbage. Perch has also been known to use pieces of glass to cut the tongues of children who lie or set fire to a spinner's half-finished work. These extreme measures make a lump of coal seem almost as awesome as an Xbox.
Hey guys, thank you so much for the support and like and comments down below, and also thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to see you in the next video. Then take care, bye.